So, hi everyone, welcome to today's webinar, Seamless PDF Annotations into Revit with MarkupX. For today's agenda, we will go in through different topics. The first one is what is MarkupX? The second one is installing MarkupX. Then we will go through reviewing how to go from Revit to Bluebeam. Then we will be learning how to do some markups in Bluebeam. Then we will be setting our project in MarkupX. And finally, we will review our markups in Revit with the help of MarkupX. But first, I would like to talk to you about myself a little bit. So my name is Maria. I'm an architect. And today I'm doing this webinar on behalf of MicroCAD, where I work as an AEC applications and a help desk specialist. So I wanted to thank you all for sharing with us this time and, well, for getting to know a little bit more how MarkupX works. So let's get started with what we came to. What is MarkupX? MarkupX is a set of tools designed to optimize the workflows while doing some design reviews in multiple industries. With MarkupX, you will be able to enhance your team's feedback in a much faster, cleaner, and efficient way. So, in summary, MarkupX will help you and your team improving your company efficiency, collaboration, and the accuracy in your design and project outcomes. Now, I would like to share with you the top 5 reasons why our customers choose MarkupX. The first one is the speed. The tools will help you integrate markups directly to the authoring software, in this case, Revit, and they will help you reduce the need for dual monitors and going to one monitor to another. That will help you to save a lot of time. The second one is the innovative workflow. With MarkupX, you can create a smooth transition between designers and reviewers, minimizing the disconnects and helping your project to stay on track. The third one is the accuracy. The reviewers can easily verify that all the markups are captured and accurate with the help of maintaining the quality in the review process. The fourth one is the cost protection. With this one, you will be reducing the likelihood of cost on the request for information or RFIs and the change of orders. And well, MarkupX will help you protect, will help you protect your project budgets. And finally, the return on investment or ROI. The tools will help you save significant time, like over 3 minutes per markup and more than 5 minutes per element placement. This will lead you to an increase in the overall productivity of your team. And now that we know what MarkupX is, let's learn how to use it correctly. So installing MarkupX. When you purchase your MarkupX license, you will receive your downloads and installation executable. So as you can see here, I already have it on my downloads folder. What I have to do is just double click it, remove the protection on my computer, wait for the installer to pop up, hit install, and wait for it to load. As you can see, it's really quick. Once the installation is done, I just need to hit finish. Now that we have installed MarkupX, what we have to do is go to our Revit software and open one of our projects. So as you can see here, inside Revit on our Tools ribbon, you will be able to see the just installed MarkupX tab. Inside the tab, we will have to go to the License tab to activate our seat. Over here, we will need to put up our information. So we have to type in our name, our company name, our email address, the serial number or license code to activate our license, and just hit activate. Once we activate our software, we will be able to see the remaining days that we have our license for. Now that we have our license active, we need to focus on the export of the PDF files that we're going to use to do the markups. In this case, I'm going to export to PDF my architectural set that I already have created on my project. Something that I would like you to keep in mind is that the set that you're going to use to do the markups on has to be the same ones that you have, the sheets that you have on your Revit project, as these are the ones that you're going to be using to get attached to your MarkupX file. So as you can see here, I'm selecting some sheets that I already have on my project, and I'm going to export them. Now that we have our PDF set printed, what we have to do is open it in Bluebeam. In this case, I'm using Review 21. And as you can see here in the file, I have already made some comments and markups. So I have created some clouds in the places that I need the team to review the PDF. So as you can see, I have created markups in most of the sheets that I have on the set, and I can create new markups if needed, just so that the team can review what is needed. So now that I have that markup, we can see that the other pages on my set has some comments in it. And now that I have all my comments created, I can save my PDF file. Once the PDF is saved with all my comments and markups, I can go back to my Revit software. Now that we're back in Revit, we have to go to the MarkupX tab and hit on the Navigator option. Here is where all the magic is going to happen. What we have to do first is go to the plus sign. Over here, we will be able to select the PDF that we just marked up and saved. We have to select it and hit Open. As you can see here, all the markups that we created on the PDF are being displayed on the Navigator panel. What we have to do next is save our project in case we want to reopen the same file with the information saved on a different day or time. So what I have to do here is hit Yes, because I want to save this MarkupX project. I can browse on my computer where I want to save it, create a name for the file of my project, and once I have it, I can hit Save. If we want to reopen our project, we will just need to go to the Open Folder option and look up for it, just like shown on the screen. And as you can see, once it's open, all the markups we used to see are there. Something that we can do in MarkupX is to open as much PDFs as we need to. We just have to keep in mind that the sheets that we're going to do the markups on have to be the same ones that we have on our Revit project. So as you can see here, with the drop-down arrow, we can move from one PDF file to the other one, and the markups on each file will be displayed on the panel. You can also save your project or save it as, depending on what you want to do with your PDFs and markups. We can also see over here our refresh button. With this one, we will be able to refresh our PDFs if we have added some markups, but we were going to see that later in the webinar. And lastly, we will be able to see over here the Settings tab, and here we will be able to set up our MarkupX as we need to. Now that we have seen how to set up a project, let's review our markups one by one. As you can see, if I select my first markup, the sheet with the markup is going to be open and the markup is going to be zoomed in on my screen. The same applies to each markup on the list. Each one of them is going to be zoomed in if I click on them. And each sheet with a markup on it is going to be open once I click on each specific item on the list. So if I scroll all the way down and select the last markup on the sheet, we will be able to see the sheet where it is placed, and it's going to zoom in the markup that I have created on that specific sheet. Now, if I go back to the first markup on the list and double click it, you will see how this new panel is going to be displayed. Here, we will be able to see a preview of the PDF and where the markup is. We can zoom in or we can zoom out on the PDF just the way that we need to. We can also place some comments on the comment tab so that we can share information with our reviewer or with our team members that are working on the same file. So as you can see, I have placed one comment over here. On the corner of our panel, we will be able to see a color. This is the status of our markup, and we can change it from open to accepted, rejected, completed, and canceled. When we change the status of our markup, the corner color will change, and this will help us to identify the status of each markup easily. On the top ribbon, we will see the light bulb tool. With this, we will be able to turn on or off the markups so we can check exactly what the markup is. You will be able to find this cloud symbol as well, which will help us to add some transparency to our markup. And also we will find these arrows that will allow us to move from one markup to another. We will be able to see all the same tabs and options that we had on our previous markup. As you can see here, I'm adding some transparency to the markup, and I can keep moving from one markup to another. And last but not least, I can hit the complete status of my markup right here. Back on our full markup list, we will see this tool beside the cloud. With this, we will be able to select a markup, and here we will be able to toggle on and off all the markups that we have on that same exact sheet. So as you can see, if I reselect that markup and select that tool, the markups will be highlighted on the sheet. Next to that tool, we will find the filter by sheet tool. If we select a markup on the list and hit the filter tool, the markup on that same sheet will be just displayed and the other ones will be hidden. We can also filter our list by status, assignee, sheet name, description, and some general options. And we can also sort our list by date, description, number, sheet, and ascending or descending order. Another interesting feature that MarkupX has is the family placement. With this tool, we will be able to place a family with just one click. As you can see here in the markup, there's a circle with an arrow in it. If I click on it, I will be able to insert the family of the table that I'm asked to place. As you can see, this is a real family on my Revit project. And as you can see, now that I have placed the family, the status of the markup has changed to completed since the change has been done. Remember about the refresh button that I mentioned to you before? Well, if we go back to our PDF in Bluebeam, and if we make some changes or add new markups as shown on the screen, so maybe I can add a cloud over here around the Autodesk logo and add a new comment, the markup. Let's change the settings for this markup so we can keep it in mind, a little bit bigger. And now that we have our markup complete, we can just hit save. And go back to our Revit project. Over here, we just need to hit refresh. This pop-up window will show up. You can choose between refresh or replace the PDF. If we hit replace, the status that we have changed or the comments that we have made will be removed. So let's hit refresh instead to keep everything that we had. So as you can see here, all the status that we had on our markups and everything that we had on our previous PDF are showing there. But additionally, we can see this new markup that we just added. And finally, with the refresh tool, we will be able to change the status of a markup on Bluebeam, and it will refresh on our MarkupX navigator. So as you can see, that comment that we have there, we will be able to select it on Bluebeam. We will be able to change the status. Let's hit accept it and save our PDF. Once we have saved it, we can go back to Revit. Click refresh, select refresh, and if we scroll down to that exact markup, we will be able that the status has changed. So as you can see, the color of the corner has changed to green as it's already accepted. And if we double click on it, the status will show as accepted as well. And well, that would be it for today's webinar. I really hope that all your doubts regarding MarkupX have been resolved and that you have get a little bit more excited to start using it if you are not doing it already. Thank you again for your time here. And well, we hope that this information has been useful. And I look forward to seeing you on another webinar here in MicroCAD.
Thank you.
I would like Oh, sorry, Willie. Yeah, I don't know if there are any questions. Or
let me check for questions. Okay, the first question is MarkupX just available to be used with Revit, or is it compatible with other Autodesk software?
yes, we can use MarkupX with Revit, Civil, 3D, and AutoCAD. It's available for those three software.
Amazing. Okay, the second question we have is, for which versions is MarkupX available for?
MarkupX is available for all the supported versions that Autodesk has at the moment. So this would be 2022, 23, 24, and 25. The 2025 version is about to be released, so we'll keep you posted when it's out.
Got it, thank you. And the next question we have is, can I use MarkupX with a PDF that is stored on a Bluebeam session?
Yes, you can use it. You can link it as we did with the one that's saved on my machine, but you can certainly do it.
Great. Thank you so much, Maria. And if you want to learn any of these topics in detail, you can always take a custom training with Maria or someone else on our team. And we also offer group classes online. So yeah, we highly encourage you to be checking our MicroCAD website. You have on the right hand the registration page. Please check it out and register for anything that you find interesting. And even if you cannot make it, if you register, you will get the on-demand recording. So yeah, if we don't have more questions, oh, we have another one. I don't know if we have information about the pricing. We're getting asked.
No, I don't have it, but we can ask your sales rep to give you that information.
Definitely, we will keep you here in our record, and we will let you know that information through your sales rep. Okay, and if there's no further questions, I would also like to remind you that on November 7th, we will be having a very interesting webinar about AutoCAD and Excel, how to link and import data with ease. So that's going to be interesting. That one will be at 2 p.m. on November 7 again. And then on November 13, we'll have Simplify Revit Family Management with the new add-in. There's a new add-in. We would like to show it to you. So hopefully your life gets easier. And then on November 14, we'll have Generative Design in Revit. So yeah, you have the registration page on your right hand. Just go and check it out. And if we don't have further questions, I would like to thank Maria and everyone who attended. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, and hopefully we'll see you on our next webinar. Bye bye.
Thank you, Huli. Bye, everyone.